Ayala earns it the hard way from love 3 down first set. Lefty shape, stubborn defense, and smart claycraft to outplay the 31st seed, Wang Xinyu, under the statues. 6-4, 6-3 in an hour and 26 minutes. She avenges her semi-final Auckland loss where she fumbled match point in January to Wang and rolls into the Rome third round.
ALEXANDRA did not just defeat Wang Xinyu in Rome today. She completely took her apart in one of the most dominant performances the Italian Open crowd has witnessed this year. Point after point, game after game. The young Filipina looked fearless on the iconic red clay, overwhelming the world number 31 with relentless pressure, flawless timing, and unbelievable composure beyond her years. This was not simply a victory. It felt like a statement to the entire tennis world that a new era may already be arriving faster than anyone expected, inside the legendary Nicola Pietrangeli Stadium. Surrounded by towering marble statues and roaring fans, EALA played with the intensity of a seasoned champion, turning one of tennis' most demanding stages into her personal showcase. The heavy Roman clay exposed every weakness and rewarded only endurance, discipline, and mental toughness, and Alex possessed all three in terrifying abundance. She broke serve repeatedly, committed almost no mistakes under pressure, and controlled the rhythm of the match so completely that the atmosphere inside the stadium shifted from surprise to total disbelief. To fully understand how shocking this performance truly was, you have to remember that this battle carried history, pressure, and unfinished business long before the first ball was even struck in Rome. The memories of their previous clash were still impossible to ignore. Earlier this season, during the intense Australian swing, ALEXANDRA and Wang Xinyu collided in a dramatic semi-final battle at the ASB Classic in Auckland. That night, Wang's raw power, aggressive ball striking, and experience under pressure proved just enough to survive a grueling 3-set war against the rising Filipina star. For Alex, it was more than just a painful defeat. It was the kind of loss that lingers in your mind long after the stadium lights go dark. The kind that forces a young player to replay every missed opportunity, every tactical decision, and every crucial moment over and over again. Coming into Rome, Wang Xinyu appeared to hold every possible advantage. Ranked comfortably inside the world's top 35, the Chinese star entered the tournament rested, confident, and heavily favored after receiving a first-round bye. Most analysts expected her powerful baseline game to dominate once again on paper. The prediction seemed simple: overpower EALA early, control the rallies, and expose the gap in experience between the two players. The narrative had already been written before the match even began, but what the experts failed to recognize was that Rome's brutal clay courts reward far more than pure power. The slow surface demands patience, intelligence, endurance, and relentless mental toughness. And that is exactly where ALEXANDRA became dangerous, because this was not the same player who walked off the court heartbroken in Auckland. This was a competitor shaped by years of grinding on clay, learning discipline, movement, and resilience at the legendary Rafa Nadal Academy. On the red dirt of Rome, every lesson from that academy suddenly came alive, and Wang Xinyu had no answer for it. For ALEXANDRA, the red clay is far more than just another surface on the professional tour. It is where her game truly comes alive. Every slide, every angle, every heavy topspin rally feels natural to her, as if the court itself was designed to amplify her strengths. The moment both players stepped inside the stadium, the contrast between them was impossible to miss. Wang Xinyu arrived with the physical profile built for explosive hard-court tennis. Tall, powerful, capable of crushing winners off both wings with minimal effort. ALEXANDRA, meanwhile, looked perfectly constructed for the brutal demands of elite clay court warfare, quicker on her feet, lower to the ground, relentlessly balanced, and prepared for the long physical battles that Rome always demands. As soon as the umpire called time and the first rally began, the energy of the match shifted almost immediately. Alex did not step onto that court, hoping to merely stay competitive against a seeded opponent. She arrived with purpose, confidence, and a game plan designed to completely disrupt Wang's rhythm from the very first point. Every rally felt calculated. Every return carried pressure. Every extended exchange slowly dragged the match deeper into territory where the Filipina star looked stronger and stronger with each passing minute. And once the statistics began to pile up, the scale of the domination became impossible to ignore. The straight set 6-4, 6-3 victory was not built on luck or isolated momentum swings. It was built on relentless tactical execution. In professional tennis, numbers expose the reality behind the emotion, and the numbers from this match painted a frightening picture for Wang Xinyu. ALEXANDRA controlled the most important battlefield in modern clay court tennis, the return game. She repeatedly neutralized Wang's serve, attacked second deliveries without hesitation, and turned service games that should have been comfortable into exhausting wars of survival. For a 20-year-old facing a higher-ranked and heavily favored opponent, the level of composure and strategic discipline on display was genuinely astonishing. That on the slow, demanding clay courts of Rome, even the biggest serves in the world lose some of their fear factor. The surface absorbs pace, grips the ball, and gives elite returners just enough extra time to turn defense into attack. ALEXANDRA recognized that reality almost instantly, and from the opening games, she targeted Wang Xinyu's serve with ruthless precision. What is normally one of Wang's biggest weapons suddenly became a source of constant pressure. Throughout the match, EALA created an astonishing 11 breakpoint opportunities, a number that alone reveals how completely she was controlling the flow of the rallies. But creating chances is only half the battle at a WTA 1000 event. The true difference between good players and future stars is the ability to execute under crushing pressure. And Alex delivered with ice-cold efficiency, converting 7 of those opportunities. 7 breaks of serve in a straight sets match is not simply dominance, it is total psychological destruction. Every time Wang attempted to settle into her service rhythm, EALA ripped the momentum away from her again. What made the performance even more impressive was the way Alex anticipated the serve. She appeared to read Wang's patterns almost effortlessly, stepping aggressively inside the baseline and attacking returns early with heavy depth and precision. Again and again, she forced the taller Chinese star into uncomfortable positions immediately after the serve, pushing rallies onto Wang's back foot before they had even properly developed. The pressure became relentless. There was no breathing room, no easy holds, and no opportunity for Wang to regain control of the match. As the frustration mounted, Wang began pressing harder and harder in search of free points. Ironically, her first serve percentage remained strong at 73%, normally a very solid number at the professional level. But the shocking reality was that the statistic barely mattered because ALEXANDRA was neutralizing those serves anyway. That is the number that truly explains the story of this match. Wang was landing first serves consistently, yet still could not stop the Filipina from completely taking over the baseline exchanges. But the statistic that truly explains the scale of ALEXANDRA's domination is one that Wang Xinyu will probably replay in her mind for a long time. Despite landing a strong percentage of first serves, the Chinese star won only 36% of those points. For a top 35 player whose game is built around aggressive serving and first strike tennis, that number is devastating. It meant that even when Wang successfully executed her primary weapon, Alex was still taking control of the rallies almost immediately. The reason was simple: EALA's defense on clay became an absolute wall. Every time Wang tried to unleash one of her trademark flat forehands through the court, Alex responded with flawless movement and incredible balance. She slid effortlessly into position, absorbed the pace, and redirected the ball with heavy topspin deep into the corners, forcing Wang to play one exhausting extra shot after another. What should have been quick attacking points turned into draining physical battles. The longer the rallies lasted, the more the momentum shifted toward the Filipina star. Wang's frustration became increasingly visible as point after point slipped away despite her aggressive shot dash, making up by the end of the match. EALA had piled up an incredible 37 receiving points won, completely suffocating Wang's service games from start to finish. There was simply no rhythm, no comfort, and no escape from the constant pressure coming from the other side of the net. Every service game felt like survival, but dominating on return means nothing if you cannot remain composed on your own serve. And this is where Alex perhaps delivered the most impressive statement of all. In one of the most emotionally intense environments on the tour, with swirling Roman winds, loud crowds echoing around the stadium, and the pressure of facing a higher-ranked opponent who had beaten her earlier in the season, EALA showed extraordinary discipline and maturity. Across 2 fiercely contested sets, she committed 0 double faults. Not one. That detail may sound small to casual viewers, but at the highest level of professional tennis, it reveals complete mental control. While Wang's confidence slowly unraveled under pressure, Alex remained calm, measured, and fearless in the biggest moments. For a 20-year-old competing on one of the sport's grandest clay stages, that level of composure is the kind of sign that sends a warning to the entire WTA Tour. EALA'S service games may not have looked overpowering in the traditional sense, but beneath the surface they revealed something even more dangerous: complete control under pressure. Her service motion remained smooth, balanced, and incredibly consistent throughout the match, allowing her to maintain an impressive 76% first serve percentage. That reliability constantly kept Wang Xinyu guessing and prevented the Chinese star from stepping forward and attacking returns with confidence. Every hold added more frustration, more pressure, and more doubt on the other side of the net, but the true brilliance of EALA'S performance appeared in the most unforgiving statistic in clay court tennis: second serve points won. At the highest level of the sport, the second serve is where matches often collapse. The moment a first serve misses, opponents sense weakness, crowd the baseline, and look to seize control instantly. Wang struggled badly in those moments, winning only 40% of her second serve points as Alex repeatedly punished tentative deliveries and forced immediate pressure onto the rallies. EALA, however, handled those same vulnerable situations with astonishing maturity. Whenever her first serve missed, she never rushed, never panicked, and never allowed the tension to disrupt her rhythm. Instead, she leaned on a heavy left-handed kick serve that exploded off the clay and pushed high into uncomfortable positions, especially toward Wang's weaker return zone. Remarkably, Alex won an incredible 62% of her own second serve points, a number that completely flipped the expected dynamics of the match. Even when she was theoretically at her most exposed, she still controlled the exchanges with confidence and authority. That is what made the performance so frightening for the rest of the field. Wang Xinyu could not identify a weakness to consistently attack. Every tactical door she tried to open was immediately shut by EALA'S composure, movement, and intelligent shot selection. The Filipina star protected her vulnerable moments so effectively that the higher-ranked player slowly ran out of solutions. The opening set reflected that tension perfectly. It was chaotic, physical, and emotionally draining, a constant tug-of-war filled with momentum swings and pressure-packed games. To Wang's credit, she fought hard and managed to convert 4 of her 5 breakpoint opportunities during the match. Against most opponents, breaking serve 4 times would almost guarantee victory. But against Alex EALA in Rome, even that was not enough. Every time Wang clawed her way back into the contest, Alex responded immediately with even greater intensity, refusing to let the match slip away for a single moment. But Alex EALA did far more than simply survive the pressure. She completely took control of it. Every time Wang Xinyu managed to break serve and create momentum, Alex answered immediately with ruthless intensity, breaking straight back and refusing to surrender control of the match for even a moment. It felt as though every challenge only made her more dangerous. using her heavy left-handed topspin forehand. EALA repeatedly dragged Wang far beyond the sidelines, stretching the court wider and wider before firing devastating winners into the open space. The patterns were relentless, exhausting, and brutally effective. Even when Wang produced flashes of resistance, Alex's consistency and tactical precision slowly overwhelmed her. The opening set became a chaotic battle filled with momentum swings, pressure games, and physical rallies, but EALA's constant pressure eventually secured the crucial 6-4 advantage. And once the second set began, the emotional toll on Wang started to show clearly. Her movement lost sharpness, her energy dipped, and the confidence that once defined her aggressive game slowly disappeared beneath the suffocating weight of Alex's clay court mastery. At that point, the match transformed from a competitive contest into a complete strategic masterclass. EALA began dictating every exchange with remarkable composure, controlling angles, pace, and court positioning like a veteran far beyond her years. She surged through a terrifying stretch of tennis, winning 4 consecutive games and completely seizing control of the match. During her peak run, she captured 6 straight points with machine-like precision, calmly moving Wang from corner to corner while maintaining total command of the tempo. The final numbers only reinforced how dominant the performance truly was. Alex won 63 total points compared to Wang's 51, and claimed 12 games to 7 in a match that increasingly felt one-sided as it progressed. It was not flashy chaos or reckless shot-making that earned the victory. It was intelligent, disciplined, and methodical destruction of a top-ranked opponent on one of the sport's toughest surfaces. And fittingly, Match Point perfectly summarized everything EALA displayed throughout the afternoon in Rome. Calm under pressure, tactically sharp, and completely fearless. She opened the point with a wide serve that dragged Wang deep into the doubles alley. Desperately scrambling, the Chinese star floated a weak defensive reply back toward the middle of the court. Alex never rushed the opportunity. She adjusted her feet with total control, planted herself firmly on the red clay, and unleashed a ferocious inside-out forehand winner that froze Wang flat-footed on the baseline. The stadium erupted instantly as EALA sealed one of the biggest clay court statements of her young career. The scoreboard flashed the final, undeniable truth: 6-4, 6-3, game, set, and match to Alexandra EALA. The stadium erupted in applause, yet her reaction remained almost unsettling in its calm. A small raised fist, a quiet nod toward her coaching box, and that composed stillness of someone who knew exactly what she had just accomplished. No overreaction, no chaos, just the quiet satisfaction of a performance executed with complete control from first ball to last. Watching EALA play at this level of ruthless efficiency is not just watching a tennis match unfold. It is witnessing the result of years of sacrifice that most never see. At just 13 years old, she left the Philippines, said goodbye to her family, and moved to Spain to chase a dream most would consider too large to carry. She traded comfort and familiarity for repetition, discipline, and the lonely reality of life inside elite tennis academies. Day after day, she trained through pain, fatigue, and pressure, building a game designed for moments exactly like this in Rome. But this victory carries something even deeper than technique or training. It carries identity, responsibility, and national pride. Every time EALA steps onto a court, she is not only competing for rankings or results, she is carrying the expectations and hopes of an entire nation. In a country where basketball courts dominate the sporting landscape and boxing has long defined greatness, she has carved out something entirely new through discipline, resilience, and fearless competition on the global stage. EALA is slowly transforming tennis into a sport that Filipinos can see themselves in, one match, one victory, one statement at a time. When she plays, something shifts far beyond the boundaries of the court. In Manila, life does not literally stop, but attention sharpens. Phones come out, screens light up, and people tune in to watch a young left-hander carry the Philippine flag onto the biggest stages in tennis. To her country, EALA is more than an athlete. She is a symbol of what was once considered impossible, a living reminder that global sport is no longer reserved for a handful of traditional powerhouses. She represents belief, persistence, and the idea that greatness can come from anywhere. Her rise has turned her into a quiet trailblazer, not through words, but through results. Every match she plays reinforces a growing sense of possibility for a new generation of athletes from Southeast Asia. She shows that with discipline, sacrifice, and emotional resilience, a player from outside the sport's traditional centers can stand across the net from the very best in the world and refuse to look away. To understand why her game is so effective on clay, you have to go deeper than confidence or mentality into the mechanics of the surface itself. Clay court tennis is fundamentally different from hard courts. On a hard surface, the ball skids and retains speed, rewarding flat striking and quick points. On clay, however, the surface absorbs pace. The loose particles grip the felt of the ball, slowing it down and forcing it to kick up violently after impact. This transforms every rally into a battle of spin, height, and endurance rather than pure speed. That is where EALA becomes especially dangerous. As a left-handed player, her forehand naturally spins away from right-handed opponents, creating awkward angles and constant displacement. Struck with heavy topspin and high racket head speed, her forehand produces a ball that does not just land, it jumps. Against a right-hander like Wang Xinyu, that spin repeatedly targets the backhand side, pushing the ball high above the strike zone. And on clay, handling a rising backhand from shoulder height or above is one of the most physically uncomfortable shots in tennis. Point after point, this pattern builds pressure. It is not just about power. It is about geometry, repetition, and forced discomfort. EALA's ability to sustain that pressure turns rallies into tests of balance and patience, slowly stripping away her opponent's attacking options. Over time, what looks like a simple rally pattern becomes something far more strategic, a structured dismantling of rhythm and confidence, executed with the precision of a player thinking several moves ahead. And then comes the true psychological battlefield: breakpoints.